Hello friends, today I am here to discuss object-oriented programming. So, what is an object? Object is an entity. It can be a living entity or a non-living entity. All these entities have some properties or characteristics. They also have some actions, some activities or behavior. A non-living object like a car, it has properties like wheels, engines, clutch, brake, accelerators, sitting capacity and various other properties. At the same time, it has some actions like you can start a car, you can stop a car, you increase the speed, decrease the speed, apply the brakes, etc. Same way, a living object like a person can have properties like body, face, brain, name, age, date of birth, etc. It also performs some actions like a person can eat, sleep, play, study, work. So what is a class? Class is actually a way to classify objects. All objects are not same. They actually belong to different category. So class categorizes those objects. It's also a blueprint to create objects. A blueprint is created by defining properties and actions of an object. Take an example of blueprint of a house. It's not an actual house, but the blueprint can be reused to construct actual houses. So class is reused to create multiple objects. All these multiple objects have same attributes and same behavior if they are instantiated from same class. Now an object can be made up of one or more other objects, like this house is made up of windows, doors, ceilings, floor and walls. An object can be enhanced to create another object, like a house can be enhanced to make a school. Now the question comes, why object-oriented programming? Why it is required? So as you have seen, coding comes nearer to the real world. Now the programming is no more an alien's language. It has become easy to understand. That's why easy to design, to implement, to maintain and enhance. So the crux of OOP is reuse. Object is an entity with properties and action, and class is a reusable blueprint to create an object. Now we'll see few practical examples using C++ language to understand object-oriented programming. So this is a C++ program. I expect that you know about basic C++ programming like declaring variables, output to the screen and take input from the user using cout and cin. So this is a very basic program. Declares two variables, length, width, asks for two inputs from the user, calculates the area and prints the area of the rectangle. I am compiling this program. Everything goes fine. I'll say 3, width of the rectangle 4. So area of rectangle is 3 into 4, 12 and perimeter of rectangle is 14. Now we'll implement the same program with the use of classes. The length and width, which were independent variables, I have put them into the class called rectangle. So this is the way to create a class. Class is a keyword. After that you have to provide the name of the class, the property list. Obviously the rectangle will have two properties, length and width, and then I have a constructor. Constructor is a function which is having the name same as the name of the class, and it also has a function called area which returns an integer, obviously that is length into breadth. Rectangle is a function which is not defined here, it is only declared here. You can define a function inside the class as well as outside the class. So this is the syntax to define a function outside the class. You have to give the name of the class and the function of the class which you are going to define. These two colons are called the scope resolution operators, and this is the parameter list. What I am going to do here is, with this L I'll initialize length and with this B I'll initialize width. So that's why this is called constructor. It's actually invoked when the class is going to be instantiated, or when an object of this class has to be created, this constructor will be called. In the main function, I have asked two inputs from the user, A and B, and I have created a rectangle from A and B. I have created a rectangle object rect with these two parameters A and B, and I am printing the area of the rectangle. So this is the way to create object. The class name, after that the object name, and if there are some parameters then the parameter list. And to call a member function this is the way to access a member function. That is again name of the object followed by a dot and name of the function which you want. Now to call this function outside the class, the function must be declared public, and that is what is being done here. One rect object and one rect2 object. Here I have just given the parameters like 4 and 8. So values of the length will be 4 and width will be 8. So if I give two values 23 and 10, it gives me the area of rectangle is 230. This 32 is for the second rectangle, that was 4 and 8. What did we achieve by using this class? So now you may ask, have we not complicated the programming? The same thing has been done in less number of lines in the earlier code. Then what is the use of this object oriented programming? Here you can see that in this line I have created rectangle object and I have used it. In the second line I have created another rectangle, I have used it. I have reused the same rectangle class to create as many objects as you want, right? And I don't have to specify the functionality of area again and again. The area comes with the rectangle object, so reuse it. So that's all. We'll deal with object oriented programming, classes and many other tools offered by C++ in details later. Thank you.